Hey guys, so it is currently January 1st, 3:48 a.m. I don't know why I always film my videos at like 3 a.m. Well, it's almost 4 a.m. I don't know why I always end up filming my videos on holidays. My last one I filmed on Christmas at 3 a.m. and now I'm filming this one on New Year's 3 a.m. It's 2026. Lying is your best friend. Let's get into it. I have a theory. I think that lying was one of the first ways that I learned how to manifest. And I'm not talking about lying to hurt people, manipulate them, whatever. I'm talking about lying to assume a reality before it exists. Okay? Law of assumption. That's law of assumption is lying. Okay? So you're assuming something before it exists. So let me backtrack and let me go to my childhood, okay? I was a pathological liar as a child. And when I say child, I mean like before I reached double digits, like prior to the age of 10. I was a huge pathological liar. Lies would just fall out of my mouth like water coming out of a fountain. I don't know how to explain this to people. Maybe some people will relate or understand. When I would lie, I would be shocked by my own lies because they would come out before my brain could even process them. It was like muscle memory. It was like instinct. The lies would just come out. And it wasn't lies like bad lies. It was like stories. Okay. So, one example of this is I convinced in the third grade. So, what was I, like 8 years old? I convinced every single person in my grade in my elementary school that I was the moon and my parents were gods and I was the moon, but I transformed into a human to be put on earth. And my sister was trapped in the sun and she actually was the sun. And how my parents were using her for her brightness, like her energy, and how we needed to save her. So I convinced the entire third grade. I don't know why, but I convinced them that if they got the little weeds that you would find in the field and they got dead roly-polies and they put them in the little nest that they created with pine cones around them, and then they threw the pine cones over this fence, we would be attacking my godly parents and we would be saving my sister who was stuck in the sun. You're like, whoa, that doesn't really sound like a lie. That sounds like schizophrenia. I was not schizophrenic. I was extremely creative and I was extremely imaginative. But as a kid, I didn't know I was a creative. So my creativity and my imagination would come out sideways and it would come out as lies. So one day, my godmother sat me down and she was like, "You're not a liar. Everyone's telling you that you're a liar." And it actually made me feel really ashamed of myself.
I felt worthless. I felt ugly. I felt gay. I felt that no.
And I felt like something was wrong with me when I was little because I was like, everyone's calling me a liar and everyone's saying they can't trust me, but I'm just a little girl who like has no control over this. And then my godmother sat me down and she was like, "No, baby, you're not a liar. You're a storyteller." Okay? So I shifted the language and I went from spitting lies to random people to using that creativity. I started writing stories, and that's how I became a writer and how I'm striving to be a director. So, little backstory about me. When I would lie, every time I lied, I would step into a new reality and I would step into a new version of myself who already had that life I was lying about. When I would lie about being the moon and having a sun sister, I believed it. I would start becoming an actor. I was this moon god. And this is how manifestation works. Okay, when you lie, your brain, your subconscious does not know the difference between imagination and reality. It only knows repetition. So when you repeat a lie, your brain will not understand that it's lying and your body will start acting towards that thing, okay? Because your lies are just evidence to your brain. Your lies of, "Oh, I have this. Oh, I have that. This opportunity came to me." All these abundance manifestations that you're doing, these things that you're affirming to your brain takes as evidence. They don't take it as lies. Your brain doesn't know you're lying. So what is this called? This is like quantum jumping. What is quantum jumping? What is quantum leaping? You're not literally going into a new thingy. Quantum jumping is a mental jump where you shift how you move, what choices you make, the way that you speak. You shift your entire personality to relate to this thing that you're affirming, to this lie that you're saying. Okay? So basically, quantum jumping is just the mental shift of going into the reality that you're lying about. You collapse any possibility by acting like what you want is already chosen for you, okay? And I'm gonna get into that. So, your mind does not know fiction from fact, and lying is literally your best friend. this is what they say about liars, right? Lying is bad because when you lie, you have to create more lies and more lies. And this is something everybody says about liars. They said that the liars start to believe their own lies. That's manifestation. And I'm not talking, once again, I'm not talking about lies of deception and manipulation. If you're lying to hurt people, you're doing that out of fear. It's not out of bettering themselves. Okay, there's a difference. Lies of manifestation are not hurting anybody. It's more like just selling them a story that hasn't existed yet. It's like pitching them something that hasn't existed. But let me get back into it. So when I was a child and I would lie, everybody would shame me for it. They would say there was something wrong with me. They'd say I was a bad kid. And then I started feeling bad about it. Every time I lied, I was like, shit, what do I do? My brain came up with an idea. You can find a loophole for these lies, Nika. Basically, every single time I would lie, since it was unplanned and it was like an instinct that I had no control over, after I would lie, I'd be like, fuck, I have to make this come true so that I don't get in trouble. Because then I'm technically not lying. I found a loophole. That's my first experience with manifestation, because that is what manifestation is. You lie and then you have to make it come true to make shit make sense up here in your brain. And your brain is the universe. Okay, the universe is not a thing. It's just your brain. It's just your perception of reality. Okay. You did not know this remote was here, and this fuck ass remote, in every single video it comes up. You didn't know this remote was here, but now I just made your reality, your brain, aware of it. Your brain is the universe. Out of sight, out of mind. Whatever's in your perception of reality, you are aware of, because it's your brain, it's your universe. Perception is the universe. That's what I'm trying to explain to people. The universe is nothing bigger than you. It is you. That is what I mean when I say you are a god. Okay, I'm not saying you create life. If you're a woman, you do actually create life, but that's a whole other thing. I'm not saying you're a god who created all of this earth. Obviously, you didn't create this planet Earth that we live on, but you are creating the life that you live on this earth, okay? You are a god to some extent. Right? There are levels to this shit. There are hierarchies. There's probably someone higher than you. I don't know. That's like a conversation you can have with yourself. But in this world, in your little universe, you are the god of your own brain. You choose your perceptions. You choose your reality. Give yourself that power. Tell yourself this right now. I'm the god of my own life. I'm the god of my own brain. I choose the verdict of my own life. You need to repeat these things to yourself because they're true. Realize your power. Because it's not about anybody else. You're not going up to people and you're like, I'm a god, I'm a god. This is what Kanye West was talking about. And this is why I don't think he's crazy, and I understand what he's saying. So, when you lie, you are shifting your brain frequency, because your brain, as I said, the universe, doesn't know what lying is. So it changes frequencies and it goes onto the frequency of what you're lying about, so that you can quantum jump. Quantum jump in order to make things come true, and you trick your conscious. When you lie in order to manifest, it's not deception, it is rehearsal. You are rehearsing for this role that you are about to act to. We are all actors. What is acting? It's lying. It's literally lying for a living. Okay? You are lying to be this role. We can all be actors. We can all lie. If you ever lied, you have acted. Most people, they lie to get themselves out of bad situations. You lie when you're in fight or flight. Most people. You need to change your instinct of lying, and you need to have control over your lies. You need to stop lying to get yourself out of bad situations, and you need to start lying to get yourself into the good situations, into the things that you aspire to be. And so, how are we going to do this? How you can use lying to manifest. For example, if you are manifesting love or a boyfriend, FaceTime one of your good friends and call them and be like, oh my God, this guy just asked me out the other day. Have a regular FaceTime call and be like, oh my God, I was walking down the street the other day and this guy asked me for my number. And then you're going to describe the guy and you're going to describe how you felt. And this is important because your friend who's hearing this is going to believe it. And you're going to start believing it because your brain really cannot tell the difference between you lying or not. If a part of you feels guilty and stupid for lying about this and you're like, fuck, that didn't actually happen, just keep convincing yourself it did. Fake it till you make it. And then shit's not gonna click with your brain, so you're gonna get on the vibration of someone who's attractive, okay? You're not literally gonna start attracting men because you've manipulated this, but you're gonna start unconsciously getting more confident. You're gonna shift into the type of person who was in the situation that you just described. You're gonna shift into the type of woman someone would go up to in the middle of the street and start asking for their number. Or another example, you're calling your mom or your friend or something, and you're like, dude, I was just at the mall the other day and I ran into the producer of Netflix and I met them and they gave me an internship opportunity. All of a sudden, you're gonna shift into that reality because your brain is mentally quantum jumping. Stay with me now, please. Please stay with me. But there are rules to this. You can't just lie to anybody, okay, about the reality that you want. Because, first of all, keep this in mind. You are not lying to deceive these people. You are lying. You are not even lying to these people. You're not lying to convince someone that a guy asked you for your number. You're lying to convince yourself. Okay, this is about you. This is about you and your brain of the universe. Because what you repeat, what did I say? Repetition creates your reality, okay? Your brain listens to repetition. Your brain doesn't know lies, your brain knows repetition. So, you need to be careful who you're lying to. If I want to lie to manifest, I'm only gonna lie to people who I know want the best for me, okay? You can't be lying to a friend who secretly wishes the worst upon you and like has envy, okay? And these people, they're not having envy because there's something wrong with you. Everything is a reflection of yourself. Every action you make is a reflection of yourself. We're all just mirrors. When someone is projecting jealousy and envy on you, it's because they're not happy with themselves. We've been told this. You've been told this since childhood. They're bullying you because they don't like you. And it's true. It's literally true. Do not take anything personally. Someone's talking shit about you, they're fans, they're obsessed. Don't take it personally. Don't be like, what's wrong with me that they're talking bad about me? No, shift your mindset. Be like, I'm chilling, I'm over here. Why are they so obsessed that they're talking bad about me? Because even me, this is like a little sidetrack. When I don't like someone, I don't talk about them. I just like remove them from my brain. Like I don't think about them. I'm not talking shit like, oh my God, did you hear da da da? Did you do this? Da da da. I'm not stalking her Instagram and like gossiping or whatever. I'm like moving. I'm like, ew, I don't fuck with that bitch. Who is that bitch? She's out of my mind. Anything that makes me feel negative in any way, I just like don't have in my brain. These people become very irrelevant because I'm extremely self-centered, okay? I'm gonna be honest, I'm very self-centered. That doesn't mean I'm selfish. Maybe there's a better word for it. Maybe not self-centered. I'm very self-focused because it's not like everything is about me, but it kind of is because it's my life. But like, I'm a very loving and caring person. My closest friends, you can ask any of them. Like, I will take bullets for them. I will do anything for them. I have a very, very big, pure heart. But you need to earn my love and you need to earn my attention. I don't even know where I got to that. But back to what I was saying. You need to be very careful who you lie to. You cannot lie to people who secretly want to put evil eye on you or they're envious or jealous. Another thing, I don't actually believe in evil eye. I think evil eye is another thing that you manifest for yourself because if you start believing like, oh, I got acne, it's because someone gave me evil eye, you're like giving your brain an excuse. Like, maybe people can be jealous of you, but I don't take it as evil eye. I take it as like a confidence booster. Like, oh, damn, you're jealous of me. I'm someone to be jealous of, y'all. You know? Take it as a confidence booster. Transmute it. Alchemize. Alchemy. So you gotta be careful who you lie to because, okay, I'm gonna give an example of a courtroom, okay? For any law people who are watching this. So, for this metaphor, the jury is the people that you are lying to. Those are the juries. And you're not lying to them. The people that you are using to manifest, the people that you are assuming a reality to. I'm going to use different words. Because lying has really bad connotation. The people you are assuming a reality to is the jury. The judge is your brain, the universe. The judge is reality. And there's the verdict, which is the outcome of the repetition, outcome of your live repetition. Okay, we're going to use an example. Susan, okay? Susan is a woman who does not want the best for me. Every single time I tell her something, she secretly wishes that it doesn't work out for me because she cannot bear to see me happy because it just shows her what she lacks, okay? So, I tell Susan, I'm assuming a reality to Susan, by the way. I'm like, oh my God, Susan, I just got this amazing job opportunity. I'm so happy about it. You are assuming a reality to the wrong person, because Susan is going to be thinking, why does she deserve that? She doesn't deserve that. And Susan is going to be wishing the worst upon you. So what's going to happen? Your brain is going to sense that negativity, and that reality, that repetition that you're trying to instill into your brain. If your mental focus is not strong enough, it's going to start to get shaky and it's going to start to collapse, and you're not going to get on the same frequency as what you're affirming to. You're not going to be able to quantum jump or shift your mindset. But if I lied to, we're going to use my best friend Leah as an example. If I lie to Leah and I'm like, oh my God, Leah, I just got this job opportunity, I'm so happy. What is Leah going to do? She's going to get dopamine in her brain from hearing this, because Leah loves me. She wants the best for me. What is Leah going to do? She's going to be like, oh my God, yes, girl, I'm so happy for you. And Leah, because she's not an insecure, depressed B word, she's going to be inspired by me getting the job opportunity. She's going to be like, what should I do to get that job opportunity? She's not going to take it as a threat. She's going to take it as inspiration. So what does that mean? Her happiness and how grateful she is that you got this opportunity. She's going to be grateful for you. She's the part of the jury that's going to be grateful for you. And it's more likely for that manifestation, that lie, that affirmation to come true, because you have someone who like is giving it positive energy. It's like, okay, so when you are in court and you are trying to convince the jury of something, the jury basically picks a side, whose side they are on, right? If your friend is grateful for you and they're happy for you, that means that they are leaning towards the side that you did get this job opportunity. And when you feel your friend's happiness, your brain is gonna start believing it. You're gonna be like, oh my God, she's happy for me. Either you're going to feel guilty because you didn't actually get a job, and you're going to start needing opportunities to get a job because you need to find that loophole. You need to make this lie a truth. Or you're going to actually be delusional and you're going to be like, yeah, you are. You're happy for me because this happened, and then it's going to happen. Are you guys with me? Do you guys get this? And so this is what I was saying with the jury, right? The jury helps heavily with the judge's verdict. Jury are the people choosing sides. So when you lie to a friend who wants the best for you, they are a part of the jury and the universe is the judge. And they are basically telling the judge, the universe, that this did happen, and they are helping you affirm it. Okay? The judge, your brain, is more likely to be on your side because someone else is also on your side. Other people are believing you. People are naturally followers, okay? Naturally. Our brains are followers. Our brains are followers to our repetition, our affirmations, our lies, our assumptions of reality. And they're also followers to the opinions of others. So if someone is happy for you for an opportunity that you haven't even gotten, your brain is going to start following that energy, right? Okay, so let's shift our language. Lying is not deception. It is rehearsal. Instead of thinking of lying to manifest as dishonesty and honesty, why don't we think of it as audacity? I have the audacity to affirm this into my brain, into the universe. I have the audacity to say this shit happened and then make it come true and find that loophole, right? It's not about honesty and dishonesty, okay? Morals are very, very important, but once again, I'm not talking about lying to manipulate or hurt others. That is a whole different thing. This is literally lies that actually don't matter, because whether you got that job or not, it literally does not affect the other person. If you tell a person that you got a job, if anything, it will positively affect them. They choose how it affects them. One person can choose how that lie affects them. Susan, for example, is going to hear that lie, and she's going to let something that isn't even real bother her and make her feel like shit about herself. Whereas Leah is going to let something that isn't even real inspire her and make her want to do other things. So these lies can be positive as well. It just depends on who's intaking them. And if a person doesn't give a shit about you, it'll go in one ear, out the other. It's not affecting anybody. This is solely for you to manipulate your brain. You're not manipulating anybody else. You're manipulating your own brain. Okay? Are you with me? And what I was saying with the jury, there are going to be people, for example, Susan is someone who's going to testify against your future without even realizing, because she's doing it as a reflection of her insecurities. So if people are not happy for you, or if you tell someone something and you feel like they're not happy for you, do not take it as, oh wait, maybe I'm not actually doing something right because this person isn't confident in my abilities. You don't need anybody to be confident in your abilities but you. Okay? You exude confidence, you attract everything that you want. Yeah, so every truth was once unbelievable, right? If you look at what's his name, the guy from Titanic who dates really young girls, Fudge. What's his name? Why am I forgetting his name? He's like so famous. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna use a different example. Because I can't figure out his name. Oh, you guys know who I'm talking about. Okay, that guy. I'm gonna like put up a picture of him here because I cannot remember his name for the life of me. You know what? We're actually gonna Google his name right now. Oh, this is so annoying. I wish I freaking could remember his name. Leonardo DiCaprio. How did I literally, that was on the tip of my tongue and I can remember it. He was once telling everybody, oh, I'm gonna be a famous actor. Oh, I'm gonna be in Hollywood. That sounded fucking unbelievable. Okay? Do you see what I'm trying to say? Your dreams sound unbelievable because they, like, every lie, every truth was once unbelievable. Okay? Let's say in 20 years, I am an Oscar award winning, amazing producer, Hollywood movie star, whatever the fuck. Right now, that feels unbelievable to me. I mean, it really doesn't. I know it's gonna happen. But you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it doesn't feel graspable. It feels unbelievable. Every lie was once unbelievable. That is what I'm trying to tell you guys. And so, yeah. I don't know if this video was helpful at all. I kind of went on a schizophrenic rant. But key things of this video. Use lying to quantum jump. What is quantum jumping? It's mental jumping. Be careful who you lie to, because some people are testifying against you without even realizing. Find the loophole within the lie. It's not a lie if you make it come true. So your brain is going to start making it come true. That's the new rule. Make all of your lies come true. That's a challenge. And I don't know if anybody experienced being a pathological liar when they were younger, but if you were really, really young and you were lying about everything and it was just blurting out of you, get into like storytelling or anything creative. You were probably a really big creative and you didn't know what to do with that energy. But thank you for watching and Happy New Year!